So, good morning, friends. We are into this sixth and our final unit, which is regarding air pollution and solid waste management. The syllabus for this unit is air pollution and solid waste management or treatment, their sources, classification, effects, prevention and control, and a new thing they have introduced, which is regarding carbon credit system and the climate change. Regarding all these things, we are very much aware. Only bit a type of revision, and if some new knowledge is there, that is to be gained. Again, as I have told you in my first lecture and other lectures to come, that all this environmental engineering too is again related to your final year elective subjects. One subject is there which is regarding air pollution. We have only one unit here, half unit, but one subject is there. Also, solid waste management is another subject you have elective, and water and wastewater treatment WWWT. In that name also there is another elective subject. So at this juncture, if we give proper concentration, it will be definitely useful to you in your final year also, and all these notes also. So let us move into the subject without wasting further time. Air pollution, its definition. Though we are aware about the air pollution and their effects, etc., let us see how it is defined. The presence of any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance in the atmosphere, that is dust, mist, smoke, color, etc. I will again repeat, the presence of any solid, liquid, or gaseous substance in the atmosphere may be in the form of the dust, जिसको धूलिका बोलते हैं, मिस्ट, पानी के बारीक बारीक बौछारे, बहुत बारीक, स्मोक, धुआं, कलर, various colored smokes, etc. All these are if present in the atmosphere in the quantities. Now, in what quantities? In the quantities of large quantities, so that its characteristics and duration, यानी ये जो वेस्ट मटेरियल है इसके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एंड ड्यूरेशन, if it is much more in quantity and time, it may be injurious, it may tend to injurious to human beings, plants, animals, or any properties, buildings, the agriculture, farms, etc., of which unreasonably obstruct the comfortable enjoyment of life and property. We will again repeat it. Initially, it may feel difficult to understand. The meaning of, in short, the meaning of this definition is that when the particles, solid particles, may be in the form of very micro particles, in the suspended form, colloidal form, liquid, or the gaseous substance, but much in quantities in the atmosphere. Their presence in the atmosphere around us is much in quantities, and their characteristics means if they are present in the atmosphere and they are showing their properties and characteristics to the human beings or to the animals or to the plants, and they are for much more duration, then they will be injurious to the human beings, plants, animals, etc. and the properties, and which will result in the obstruction of comfortable enjoyment of life and property. यानी इन चीजों के कारण हम जो नॉर्मल लाइफ जी रहे हैं वो नॉर्मल लाइफ को कहीं ना कहीं तो भी इट इज creating obstruction or danger. All this, then we say that air is polluted or air pollution is there. The normal surrounding around us now, आप सब लोगों के आजू बाजू जो है वो ठीक है, अभी हम सांस ले सकते हैं, प्लांट्स है, झाड़ है, वो सबको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, या एखादी बिल्डिंग है उसको कुछ नहीं हुआ है। लेकिन एखादे बार ऐसा हो जाता है कि कहीं आग लग गई, कहीं बहुत सारा धुआं निकल रहा है, या एखादा क्लोरीन ले जाने वाला या अमोनिया ले जाने वाला प्लांट लीक हो रहा है, या एखादा टैंकर फूट गया रास्ते के ऊपर में क्लोरीन या अमोनिया ले जाने वाला, तो क्या होता है, ऑल दैट गैसेस स्प्रेड्स सराउंडिंग, and the human beings, animals, etc., who are there in that atmosphere, they cannot inhale the oxygen from the atmosphere. They have to inhale that polluted ammonia or chlorine, etc., which is injurious to our lungs. Then we can say that air is polluted. या एखादे बार कहीं धुआं रहता है, कहीं कोई we can say that air is polluted, है ना। बहुत बार हम दिवाली में फटाके उड़ाते हैं तो उसमें से धुआं भी निकलता है, कुछ इसमें से कलर भी निकलता है। So we all know that all those explosives, they are injurious to the atmosphere, not only from the sound point of view to our ear, but sound pollution भी करते हैं, लेकिन ये भी pollution करते हैं, air pollution. So that is the example what I mean to say. है ना, हम आगे पढ़ते पढ़ते जाएंगे तो प्लांट्स भी रहते हैं, झाड़ वगैरह रहते हैं। जैसे मैंने बोला कि कोराडी थर्मल पावर प्लांट है, या बहुत सारे थर्मल पावर प्लांट्स, और लॉट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्रीज आर देयर, कि उसमें से क्या है, ऐसे थर्मल पावर प्लांट में से फ्लाई ऐश बाहर निकलती है, और वो फ्लाई ऐश की डेंसिटी इतनी कम रहती है, लेस देन द एटमॉस्फेयर और द एयर एक्सेट्रा, इट फ्लोट्स और इट फ्लाइज इनटू एटमॉस्फेयर, एंड स्लोली जैसे हवा कम होती है तो इट सेटल्स अराउंड दैट प्लांट. So it has been observed that around 3, 4, 5, 10 kilometers around these thermal power plants, the human beings, first is the human beings, they inhale this air containing the fly ash, and they have the problem of asthma, that is called as the dama, as well as TB. It has been surveyed and found that the such plants have this problem. The people around, people, the animal and the human being, as well as agriculture, जो उसके आजू बाजू के जो खेती है, वो खेती के ऊपर में भी वो फ्लाई ऐश जमा होती है, झाड़ों के on the leaves of the plants, and that also get affected. So that you can say the plants, animals, human beings, है ना। एक रिफाइनरी है मथुरा के पास में, there is one petrol refinery is there. That refinery emits lot of the acid gases, the gases containing acids, and the air, the flow of the air in such a way that the air flows from Mathura to Agra, from Mathura towards Agra, and it is spoiling the white color of the marble of Taj Mahal. So that is the example of the destruction due to the air pollution to the properties. Okay? So human beings, plants, animals and properties are reasonably get obstructed, or they cannot live their comfortable life and enjoyment, then we say that there is a air pollution. Okay. Now let us move further. What is the composition of air? हवा में क्या क्या है? The atmospheric air contains nitrogen seven, normal air, non-polluted air contains nitrogen 78.1%, oxygen almost 21%, carbon dioxide 0.04%, and some the other remaining part about less than 1% or 0.96 is water vapor, ozone, oregon, krypton, carbon monoxide, ammonia, etc. Okay. So these are the things which are present in the normal air. But when this balance loses or imbalance occurs due to the extra present of the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide or some ammonium or any chloride vapor pollution contents, then this imbalance occurs, the oxygen level reduces, and then the human being, the plants, etc., all those gets affected due to this imbalance, for which again the main cause, as you can see on the right side, is the human being. Natural, we will see in the later slides to come what are the various causes, so we can see there. Okay, so let us move further. Now various categories or classification of the air pollution. Air pollution exists in three categories, or air pollution is classified in three parts, three categories. The one is the personal air pollution, second is the occupational air pollution, and the third is the community air pollution. We are not learning any new thing, huh? Only the knowledge which we have, or the general knowledge which we have, we will be just categorizing it or arranging it in systematic manner, which is also there in your syllabus. The questions are asked on this. So therefore the categories or classification of the air pollution: personal air pollution, occupational air pollution, and third is the community air pollution. Okay, so let us see one by one. Personal air pollution represents the exposure of an individual to dust, fumes, and gases. Personal means when a person gets affected due to the pollution of air, then we can call it as the personal air pollution, wherein the person is exposed to the dust, dhua, fumes, again a sort of the dust and water mix or some hot gases, and the gases, that is the various carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, ammonium, etc., ammonia, etc. Now the common example of this personal air pollution is when a person indulges in smoking cigarette or the pipe, है ना? When we inhale पर्सनल एयर पोल्यूशन में जब सिगरेट वगैरह लिए जाते हैं, so that cigarette not only transfers the carbon dioxide gas to the person who is enjoying the cigarette or who is smoking, that smoker gets as affected, as well as the person who is standing nearby to that smoker, he also gets affected due to the smoke exhaled by the cigarette, and that is more dangerous than the person who is smoking. ठीक है, एक्टिव और पैसिव स्मोकर बोलते हैं उसको. एक्टिव स्मोकर यानी जो स्मोकिंग करता है वो, और पैसिव स्मोकर यानी जो स्मोकिंग तो नहीं करता लेकिन स्मोकर के आजू बाजू खड़ा रहता है. So he is more affected than the cigarette smoking or the personal. So that is the example of the personal air pollution. है ना? Our whole earth is getting affected due to this one of the example. There are numerous other than this cigarette. There are again numerous examples of the personal air pollution. But this is one of the example. Second is the occupational air pollution. Represents the exposure of the individual to aerosols vapor and gases in harmful concentrations in their working or occupational environment. And these aerosols, vapors, and gases are again the pollutants. And we will be learning all those pollutants or the things which pollute the atmosphere. They are called as the pollutants. Aerosols, बहुत बहुत बारीक जो तंतु या धागे रहते हैं उसको एरोसोल करके बोलते हैं, या डस्ट पार्टिकल्स. These we may not see by our naked eyes. हमारे आंखों से नहीं दिखते हैं ये, लेकिन एटमॉस्फेयर में रहते हैं. And if they are much in quantities, then if they are inhaled, then there is a chances of hazard to our lungs and ultimately spoils our health, as well as vapor and the gases. Now, where the human is exposed to these things during his occupation. Occupation means where he works, where he performs his services. जहां वो काम धंधा करता है वो ऑक्यूपेशन, उसको ऑक्यूपेशन करके बोलते हैं. तो वो ऑक्यूपेशन में जो पोल्यूशन होता है ना, बहुत सारे ऐसे है कि एखादे फाइबर ग्लास इंडस्ट्री या एखादे जहां पे फाइबर्स यूज करके शीट्स वगैरह बनाए जाते हैं, एस्बेस्टॉस शीट्स वगैरह जैसे है, वहां पे कोई काम करता है, या एखादे खदान में काम करता है, एखादा कहीं तो भी एखादे फैक्ट्री में काम करता है, केमिकल फैक्ट्री में जहां पे वेपर्स और गैसेस प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, एखादा थर्मल पावर प्लांट में काम करता है, वहां पे फ्लाई ऐश एंड दी water vapor and the steam is there. He is exposed to the fly ash, water vapor and the steam. So in that case, that person is definitely get affected and his health gets deteriorated. He definitely gets. It has been observed. The survey has been made that the how the occupation affects the person's health. All the persons who are working in the different occupations, some are working in certain pharmacies, pharmaceuticals, those pharmacies also gets affected. We get the result. हमें क्या है कि ये कोरोना के ऊपर में वैक्सीन वगैरह सब इसके रेडीमेड बाजार में आ रहे हैं दुकान, लेकिन जहां ये वैक्सीन प्रोड्यूस होता है, जैसे पुणे में सीरम इंस्टीट्यूट है या और भारत बायोटेक के हैदराबाद में, they are the persons definitely get affected. So those are all called as the occupational air pollution. Okay. So this is the example of the occupational air pollution. Then the community air pollution. It represents pollution from the variety of sources and factors which cause adverse social, economic and health effect. Means the pollution that has been created in the society or in the community. बहुत बार हमारा ऐसा होता है कि घरों में चूल्हे जलाते हैं, है ना, in the villages or in the city also, in certain slum areas, etc. Unfortunately, they could not afford the liquid, that LNG, natural gas, liquid natural gas, or that cylinder, gas cylinders. Then the person used the woods, logs for their combustion purpose, for their daily livelihood. Then also the lot of the pollution has been created due to the formation of the carbon dioxide, etc. So this is one of the example of the community air pollution. Another various examples are there other than this. If sometimes the community or the society does not follow the proper hygiene procedures, the waste material is thrown on the debris in the form of the houses or in lump at the corner of the roads, etc. And if it is not disposed properly, then the decomposition starts and the hazardous gases, etc., they are evolved from that combusted material. or the decomposed material. So that is called as the community air pollution. Now the classification of the pollutants, air pollutants. Okay, how the air pollutants are classified? They are done under three heads. The first is the natural contaminants. नैसर्गिक रीत्या जो एयर को पोल्यूट करते हैं, which are not in our control, in the human control. They are the natural fog, है ना, जो जो धुका जिसको बोलते हैं, that is the natural fog. पोलन ग्रेन्स, बहुत बार ऐसा होता है सीजन जब चेंज होता है, when it the season changes from winter to summer or summer to rainy season or rainy season to winter again, then due to the change in the season and the temperature and the growth of certain flowers of the plants, the pollen grains start floating into the atmosphere, and a certain pollens of the flowers of the plants, etc. And those pollens, if they are inhaled by the person who is allergic to that pollen grains, then that person may suffer by the asthma, or we say that asthmatic attack is there. So that attack is due to the pollution, and maybe sometimes in the form of the pollen grains which are available into the atmosphere. Then the bacteria, there are certain bacteria which naturally occur into the atmosphere. Products of volcanic eruption, वोल्केनो जो रहता है ज्वालामुखी, उसमें से जो धुआं वगैरह निकलता है, तो उसमें से भी जो बहुत दूर तक धुआं फैलता है, उसके कारण भी पोल्यूशन होता है. नेचुरल फॉग यानी धुका जिसको बोलते हैं, उससे भी होता है. जो तंतु वगैरह जो हवा में फैलते हैं, कुछ फूलों के परागकण जिसको बोलते हैं, पोलन ग्रेन्स. बैक्टीरियाज, सर्टन हार्मफुल बैक्टीरियाज जो है वो भी है. एंड द वोल्केनिक इरप्शंस, these are all the natural contaminants. Then there are certain aerosols. Aerosols, इसको particulate भी बोलते हैं, particulate. This word has come from the word particles, very fine particles, which may be seen below the microscope, but our naked eye cannot see it. They are called as the aerosols. So these aerosols which present in the atmosphere in the form of the dust, धुआं है ना, हमें हमारे वातावरण में बहुत सारी डस्ट है. Actually, due to this dust only we can see our sky is blue. You can search on the net why the atmospheric skies, I am using the word atmospheric skies, around the earth looks blue. है ना, अर्थ के एटमॉस्फेयर के बाहर यदि हम जाते हैं तो सभी तरफ काला है, ब्लैक, एवरीवेयर इज ब्लैक, नो ब्लू और नो अदर कलर. अगेन वी कम इनटू द एटमॉस्फेयर ऑफ अदर planet, we will get the colored atmosphere or the skies only due to the dust, because the refraction takes place, refraction of the rays takes place over this dust, and due to the refraction they are converted into the various colors, 7 colors you all know, and one of the blue color is being seen as the sky for us. So dust is there, but if it is more in quantity, then that is injurious or dangerous for the human being. Second is the smoke. Smoke is there, it may be due to the natural volcanic eruption, but we the human being are more responsible for creating the smoke, maybe in the form of the industry, maybe in the form of the four-wheelers, two-wheelers, three-wheelers that we use, okay, and the other automobile machineries, equipments. Mist, again a sort of the fog. Mist is there, fog is there, and the fume. Fume again, they are produced in the from the industries, or maybe due to the burning of certain materials. So those are all responsible for creation of the aerosols. Third is the other contaminants, that is the gases, vapors, and the other compounds. Okay, so these are all the air pollutants which are present in the atmosphere, or the air pollutants are classified according to their availability into the atmosphere as the natural air contaminants, second is the aerosols, and the third is other contaminant. Now the other classification of these pollutants are the primary pollutant and the secondary. Other way of classification. Primary air pollutants are nothing but they are emitted directly from identified sources. The atmosphere contains hundreds of the air pollutants from natural or from anthropogenic or the human produced sources is called as the primary pollutants. ठीक है, प्राइमरी यानी जो डायरेक्टली प्रोड्यूस होते हैं एखादे सोर्सेस के माध्यम से, जैसे कोई जंगल जल रहा है या कोई एखादे इंडस्ट्री में कहीं एक्सप्लोजन हो गया है ना, और कोई वोल्केनिक इरप्शन है, these are all the primary air pollutants. But with the help of the primary, with the combination of the primary air pollutants like the acid fumes or the acid gases into atmosphere, and if unfortunately at that time certain precipitation occurs, then this acid fumes or acid gases gets dissolved into that precipitation, and we say that acid rain is occurring. So that is secondary air pollutant. We will move into that part. So primary air pollutants are nothing but the original pollution that has occurred from the sources. They may be natural, hundreds of the air pollutants, natural, like the volcanic eruption, or maybe due to the cloud burst और द थंडरस्टॉर्म, क्लाउड बर्स्ट और द थंडरस्टॉर्म जिसे हम वीज कड़ाड़ना करके बोलते हैं. And certain human produced sources like the various industries, the chemical industries, the thermal power plants, the steel power plant, they are the main source of the thousands and crores in quantity of the pollution. They are the primary pollutants. Now the secondary pollutants, important primary pollutants are particulate matter, coarse particle which are greater than 100 micron size, finer aerosols including particles of the metal, carbon, tar, resin, pollen, bacteria, etc. Sulfur oxide and sulfur compounds, nitrogen oxides, carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons including photochemically reactive hydrocarbon. Carcinogenic substances consist of the aromatic hydrocarbons, halogen compound यानी chlorine, fluorine, iodine, etc. Organic compounds, methane, ethane, acetylene, etc. Radioactive compounds, you all know all the radioactive materials. Photochemical compounds, certain compounds which are responsible for the photochemicals. Okay, so these are all called as the primary air pollutants, which are mainly subdivided into the coarse particles and the finer aerosols, and then further in the form of the various gases, etc. So these are the important primary pollutants. Now the secondary air pollutants are formed in the atmosphere as a result of interaction between two or more primary pollutants. When the ये जो प्राइमरी पोल्यूटेंट है ये जब एक से ज्यादा दो जब एक साथ मिक्स होते हो तो नया नया कोई पोल्यूशन तैयार हो जाता है, then that is called as the secondary air pollutant. Okay, how this occurs? By the reactions with normal atmospheric constituents with or without photoactivation. यानी either two or more pollutants react together, form a third pollutant, or as I have told that the acid present, acidic fumes or gases present in the atmosphere, maybe from certain industry, etc. When it gets mixed with the rain or the precipitation, then that acid rain occurs. So this is the second example, by reaction with normal atmospheric constituents, with or without any photoactivation. Therefore, they are the chemical substances which are often more harmful than the organic basic chemicals that produce them. यानी ये जो है दोनों secondary air pollutants, combination of the two or more primary pollutants are more dangerous than their original pollutants. Primary pollutant जो है उससे वो secondary air pollutant ज्यादा dangerous होगा. इसके example है sulfuric acid H2SO4 or the acid mist, ozone O3, formaldehyde, acetyl nitrate, photochemical smog. Okay, so all these are the secondary air pollutants. Sulfuric acid, again acid mist, it is mixed with water or the vapor, then it is very harmful for the human beings which are residing nearby. Now another classification of the pollutants is the stationary and the mobile sources of air pollution. On the basis of its source are, again everything about everything we are aware. We are just technically classifying all these pollution and the pollutants. Now the stationary and mobile sources of air pollution. The stationary source यानी जो सोर्स एक जगह पे है, यानी जहां से पोल्यूशन एक जगह से चालू होता है, जो सोर्स हिलता नहीं है उसको स्टेशनरी सोर्स बोलेंगे. जैसे कि हमारे घर है, इंडिविजुअल हाउसेस है, उसमें यदि हम हमारे आइदर जो चूल्हे है वो लकड़े पे जलने वाले, लकड़े के जलाने के बाद होते हैं या कोयला जलाने से होते हैं, तो वो दैट इज, एंड उससे जो गैस निकलता है कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड एक्सेट्रा, या कोई इंडस्ट्रियल इंस्टॉलेशन है कि जो एक जगह से हिल नहीं सकती इंडस्ट्री, एक जगह पे एक जगह से दूसरी जगह नहीं जाती, लेकिन उसमें से पोल्यूशन होता है, तो उसको स्टेशनरी सोर्सेस ऑफ एयर पोल्यूशन करके बोलते हैं. नाउ इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड और नोन दी स्टेशनरी सोर्सेस, देन यू कैन वेरी वेल अंडरस्टैंड द मोबाइल सोर्सेस. Mobile sources means the pollution sources which move from one place to another. That is the automobiles. हमारे जो automobiles है, मोटरसाइकिल है, कार है, ट्रक है, टैंकर है, रेलवे है, एरोप्लेन है. So these are all called as these pollute the atmosphere. Na, they also produce the pollutants in the form of the gases, fogs, dust, okay, aerosols. So the automobiles moving on roads form the mobile sources, because they have, mobile sources have the emissions of undesirable gases and particulates or aerosols into the atmosphere. These mobile sources emit the non-required gases or hazardous gases and certain particles, aerosols into the atmosphere, which is actually harmful for the human being, for the animals. Two and three wheelers emit highly toxic gases, फोर व्हीलर्स ऑल्सो है ना आजकल. इसीलिए तो इसके ऊपर बहुत कंट्रोल चालू है. भारत 1, भारत 2, भारत 3, भारत 4, नाउ भारत 5 emission norms. Okay, again what I am explaining you, try to understand in the present context. आज क्या है ये पोल्यूशन का पोजीशन, ये आपको पता होगा, नहीं होगा तो नेट से पता कीजिए, है ना. मैंने क्या बोला, भारत 1 या यूरो स्टैंडर्ड है ना. हमारी जो बहुत अभी मोटरसाइकिल 4 स्ट्रोक कार्स वगैरह है, तो वो यूरो स्टैंडर्ड यानी यूरोपियन कंट्री, अमेरिकन स्टैंडर्ड अमेरिकन कंट्री, और हमारे भारत का खुद का स्टैंडर्ड है, उसको हमने भारत करके बोला है, भारत 1. यानी जिसको जैसे आप कंप्यूटर के बोलते हैं फर्स्ट जनरेशन, सेकंड जनरेशन, थर्ड जनरेशन, फोर्थ जनरेशन एक्सेट्रा, as the computer or the laptop goes on developing. In the same way, the pollution norms are there by the again Maharashtra Pollution Control Board, national level पे control board है उसका. So they have decided the limits of all those polluting gases, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane, ethane, etc. from the two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, etc., etc. And nowadays more attention is given on all this air pollution. इसीलिए क्या नॉर्म है, अभी भारत 5 चालू है शायद, लेटेस्ट जनरेशन नॉर्म्स ऑफ इंडिया इज भारत 5 व्हीकल. आप इसलिए इफ यू आर रेगुलर रीडर ऑफ द न्यूज़पेपर or the news around you, then you must be knowing all these things. If you don't read the newspaper, don't see the news, only depend on your WhatsApp university, then you will not get any knowledge or information. If you want to be a knowledgeable person, depend on the newspaper, depend on your Google, depend on your news on the TV or on the radio. है ना, हम अच्छी चीजें ध्यान में नहीं रख सकते, वो रखते, वो न्यूज देखते हैं, कोरोना वरोना का देखते हैं और खुद को नर्वस कर लेते हैं. लेकिन आज बहुत मैंने बताया वैसे, टुडे द स्काई इज द लिमिट फॉर द नॉलेज. And if you are expert in one side, either just this subject environmentally or the treatment of the sewage or air pollution treatment or the solid waste treatment or कोई जो है, so you can be master and you can be consultant there. So this is what I mean to say regarding the mobile sources of the pollution. The industrial installations form the stationary sources of air pollution. Stationary sources के एग्जाम्पल है एस्फाल्टिक प्लांट, डांबर प्लांट जिसको बोलते हैं, है ना, आप लोगों ने देखा होगा वहां से कितना गंदा बास और कितना धूप आती है, कितना गैसेस निकलते हैं. तो डांबर प्लांट, टार प्लांट, एस्फाल्टिक प्लांट, जहां से ट्रकों से वो एस्फाल्ट और मेटल मिक्स करके रोड वर्क के लिए लाया जाता है. बॉयलर्स एंड द हीटिंग इंस्टॉलेशंस, बहुत सारे बॉयलर्स रहते हैं या जहां कुछ गर्म किया जाता है, हीटिंग इंस्टॉलेशंस. सीमेंट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स, इफ यू रिकलेक्ट व्हाट आई हैव टोल्ड यू एट दैट टाइम, 100 tons of the cement, if 100 ton of the or 1 ton of the cement is produced, then 1 ton of the carbon dioxide is produced. It is approximately 800 kilograms. So we can round it to 1 ton. That 1 ton cement produces 1 ton of carbon dioxide, that is pollution. So how can the cement industry is dangerous for the air pollution? You can think. Or the concrete industry. This is the pollution in cement manufacture. What is the pollution in preparation of the concrete? What is the pollution in laying and compacting concrete? That also you can learn. So cement manufacturing unit is the example of the stationary source. Steel plants, fertilizer manufacturing plants, खाद वगैरह जो बनाता है, artificial. Mineral acid manufacturing units, paper and pulp plants, power plants, thermal power plant or any other type own, but the hydro power plant does not create any hazard. है ना, जो पानी के ऊपर जो बिजली बनती है, that is the most greenest form of the energy that has been produced. So the more emphasis should be, इसलिए तो उसको नॉन कन्वेंशनल एनर्जी करके बोलते हैं. यानी water, can you name other two type of the energies that can be produced without any pollution? The one is the solar energy and another is the wind energy. So all these three forms, natural, that is the water, the solar and the wind, and also nowadays the electricity is produced from the sea waves. So these are the alternatives to the power plants. म्यूनिसिपल इंसिनरेटर्स, यानी म्यूनिसिपालिटी के जहां कचरा जलाया जाता है, और सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट, है ना, हमारा जो सीवेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट है, दे आर दी stationary sources of the air pollutions. Now the emitting sources can be classified as, जो sources pollution emit करते हैं वो, again that classification is the point source, area source and the line source. Again we are into the classification. That is the point source. एक जगह से जो पोल्यूशन एमिट होता है उसे पॉइंट सोर्स बोलेंगे. एखादे बहुत बड़े एरिया से एमिशन होता है उसे एरियल सोर्स बोलेंगे. या एखादे बार जैसे कि एखादी ट्रेन रहती है या एखादी बस जाती है, एखादी कार जाती है, तो वो एक रोड से जाती है, तो दैट इज द सोर्स ऑफ द लाइन पोल्यूशन सोर्स. सो पॉइंट सोर्स आर द लार्ज स्टेशनरी सोर्सेस मेंशन्ड अबव. जो इंडस्ट्रीज है उसको पॉइंट सोर्स बोलेंगे. एखादे घर में से जो निकलता है, जो भी गैसेस वगैरह निकलती है, दैट इज द पॉइंट सोर्स. या जैसे नीचे में आपको दिख रहा है कि ये कचरा जो एक जगह हम जमा करते हैं उसमें आग लगी रहती है. बहुत जगह आपने देखा होगा, आपके भी गांव में होगा, नागपुर में भी. आप यदि भांडेवाड़ी या जहां पे भी ये कचरा ऐसा स्टोर करते हैं, आग लगती है, पोल्यूशन होता है. nobody cares for that and ultimately results into the danger to the human life which are living nearby. So that is the point source you can say. एरिया सोर्स, जैसे कि रेसिडेंशियल बिल्डिंग्स है, एखादे कॉलोनी में है, इंस्टीट्यूशनल एंड कमर्शियल हीटिंग, रेसिडेंशियल हीटिंग, ऑन साइट इंसिनरेशन, ओपन बर्निंग्स and mobile sources with indefinite routes such as the aircraft, port vessels, motor vessels, rail and locomotives etc. है ना. एखादे बहुत बड़े एरिया में से जो पोल्यूशन होता है तो उसको हम एरिया सोर्स करके बोलेंगे. बट ऑफ द स्टेशनरी ऑब्जेक्ट, नॉट ऑफ द मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट. सच एज द, जैसे एखादे गांव में सभी लोग लकड़े जला के चूल्हा करते हैं, तो उसमें से पूरे गांव में से धुआं निकलेगा. एखादी इंस्टीट्यूट है, एखादी कमर्शियल बिल्डिंग है, वहां से भी जो पोल्यूशन है that will come because it is on the bigger scale, एरिया सोर्स है ना. एखादा स्मशान भूमि है जहां पे जलाना होता है, ज्वलन होता है ना. अभी कोरोना में एक साथ काफी ऐसी केसेस हुई कि at one time 10, 20, 30, 40 peoples were burnt at a time. So that is again a sort of the pollution from the area. है ना. बहुत सारे ऐसे शहर है, इंडस्ट्रियल टाउन्स है, कि वहां पे बहुत कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड इंडस्ट्रीज आर देयर इनटू दैट एरिया. टाटा नगर से आप कभी ट्रेन से गए तो वो यू विल सी दैट लॉट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री, स्टील इंडस्ट्रीज देयर, very big industry, Bhilai steel plant. So that is the area source. Line source, as I have told, the mobile sources with definite routes, just like the highway vehicles, railroad locomotives, channel vessels. हाईवे पे से जो ट्रैफिक है, जैसे नीचे में रोड में दिख रही है आपको पोल्यूशन. रेलवे जो है, रेल रोड लोकोमोटिव्स, रेलवे से जो लोकोमोटिव्स जाती है. इलेक्ट्रिकल है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन डीजल और आजकल कोयला तो है ही नहीं, तो वो डीजल के कारण पोल्यूशन होता है. इलेक्ट्रिकल लोकोमोटिव्स प्रोड्यूस वेरी लेस पोल्यूशन. और एखादे नदी में से, समंदर में से, तालाब में से जब कुछ बोट्स जाती है, अगेन ऑन the combustion of the coal or combustion of the diesel etc., that creates lot of the pollution. So that you can say is the line pollution. Now various sources of the air pollution, we are moving to the next part, that is sources of air pollution. Following are the main sources of air pollution: natural source and the man-made source. As I will again remind you friends, a very regularly the short notes are asked on this question, on this topic, on this discussion we are having. And if MCQ will also be there, then that will also be based on all these what we are learning are moving ahead. So not only listen, but try to note it down, try to jot it down. And also it will be again my request to all of you to please go through the earlier video recordings. Again and again I am telling you, go through the earlier video recordings, go through the lectures, go through the notes you have been given. Actually, you are lucky that you are in such an institution like our college, that you have been feeded by everything. स्पून फीडिंग जैसा रहता है वैसे आपको सब दिया जा रहा है, नोट्स दे रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन टीचिंग है, वीडियो है, अभी आपको एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चंस भी मिलेंगे, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स. बट स्टिल द अटेंडेंस ऑफ द क्लास इज लेस, अटेंशन ऑफ द स्टूडेंट इज लेस, एम्बिशन टू द स्टूडेंट इज लेस. देयरफॉर दीज आर द रीजंस. कोई एम्बिशन ही नहीं है हमको आगे जाने की, इतने आपको रास्ते बताने के बाद में. ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. विथ ऑल दिस सोर्सेस ऑफ द एयर पोल्यूशन, नेचुरल सोर्सेस, मैन मेड सोर्सेस. नेचुरल सोर्सेस आर द नेचुरल, नैसर्गिक रीत्या भी एटमॉस्फेयर में पोल्यूशन होता है, वो भी हमें समझ लेना बहुत जरूरी है ना. बहुत बार ऐसा नहीं है कि मैन मेड सोर्सेस या ह्यूमन मेड सोर्सेस आर वेरी लार्ज, but there are natural sources. Yadi if man would not have been on the earth, there will be pollution, but that is natural pollution, and the nature has got the tendency to again adjust it. It can be adjusted, but the man-made pollution is very difficult to adjust by the nature, and then it affects the human being. फिर हमें ही तकलीफ होती है. Okay, corona is the very good example. It is the biological pollution created by one of the country, and all we are suffering for that. All the world is suffering. You are suffering, myself suffering, all around us, everything is facing the problem from their life to their livelihood. उनकी जिंदगी और उनकी रोज की कमाई, इसके ऊपर ये कोरोना ने इफेक्ट कर दिया है. लेकिन फिर से मैं बोलता हूं कि इससे हमें नर्वस ना होते हुए ये समय का पूरा आप लोगों ने यूज करके यू मेक यूर सेल्फ कॉम्पिटेंट, क्योंकि ये तो साल 6 महीने के बाद खत्म होने वाला है. लेकिन दैट इज मैन मेड सोर्स. सो नेचुरल सोर्सेस आर द इलेक्ट्रिकल स्टॉर्म्स प्रोड्यूसिंग ऑक्साइड्स एंड नाइट्रोजन्स, है ना. जब बारिश आती है तो जिसको हम बिजली कड़क ना करके बोलते हैं, थंडर स्टॉर्म्स, और दे आर ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज द इलेक्ट्रिकल स्टॉर्म्स. बिजली जब कड़कती है, जब बिजली गिरती है भूमि के ऊपर में, तो वो दैट इज वन ऑफ द सोर्स ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिकल बाय द नेचुरल, बाय द नेचर, which in which the oxides of the nitrogen are produced. Okay, and they disperse into atmosphere, NO2, NO3, etc. And if this NO3 mixes with the water, then the nitric acid will be produced. So we call it as the acid rains occurs sometimes. So that is the electrical storms, that is the bijli or the thunder storms जिसको बोलते हैं हम. वोल्केनिक इरप्शन, ये मैंने आपको बताया कि जो हमारे ज्वालामुखी रहते हैं, वो ज्वालामुखी जब फटते हैं, निकलते हैं, तो उसमें से कंट्रीब्यूट्स लॉट ऑफ द हाइड्रोजन फ्लोराइड HFl, हाइड्रोजन क्लोराइड HCl, and lot of the dust also. So that is the natural resources. डेजर्ट विंड्स, हमारे जो डेजर्ट्स है, वाळवंट मराठी में बोलते हैं, हिंदी में मुझे एग्जैक्ट वर्ड नहीं मालूम. डेजर्ट्स जैसे थार डेजर्ट या राजस्थान में वगैरह है. सो वो डेजर्ट में से हवा बहुत बहती है जोरों से, और वो हवा के साथ में धूली का कण स्प्रेड होते हैं. हमारा जो दिल्ली है नेशनल कैपिटल, यदि धूपकाले में इन और अराउंड दैट एरिया दिल्ली, बिकॉज इट इज वेरी नियर टू और इट इज ऑन द southern part or on the western part of the on the eastern part of Rajasthan, that Delhi receives a lot of the dust clouds in the summer. दिल्ली में बहुत डस्ट पोल्यूशन होता है, और विंटर में लोग जब विंटर के बाद में कचरा जलाते हैं खेती में से, विंटर के पहले और विंटर के बाद में, तो दिल्ली में पोल्यूशन बहुत होता है. इसलिए आपने पेपर में पढ़ा होगा, Delhi faces lot of the pollution. So the desert wind is one of the cause. Aerosols of natural origin by volcanic action, smoke obtained by the forest fires, is also one of the causes for production of the aerosols. ठीक है, एरोसोल यानी क्या? जो तंतुमय पदार्थ जो हवा में रहते हैं, जो आंखों से नहीं दिखते हैं, लेकिन इफ वी इनहेल देम, हमने यदि उसको अंदर में श्वासोच्छ्वास के माध्यम से लिया, तो वो हमारे लंग्स को, या उसकी एलर्जी रही तो अगेन इट में क्रिएट दी अस्थमा और द दमा, एंड ऑल्सो द टीबी ऑल्सो of the tuberculosis of the lungs. So aerosols of natural origin by volcanic action, ज्वालामुखी से, और the smoke obtained by the forest fire, जंगल चलता है तो उसमें से जो धुआं निकलता है, that is the natural source. Natural radioactivity of atmosphere due to radioactive minerals in the earth crust and action of the cosmic rays. है ना, सूरज से हमें बहुत सारे electromagnetic waves, the rays comes in the form of the electromagnetic waves, and those are the some infrared rays etc. यदि ओजोन का लेयर अराउंड द अर्थ reduces, then that may cause the penetration of those ultraviolet rays, the certain radioactive rays etc. on the earth, and will burn our skin and may result into the cancer of the skin. Also, naturally occurring radioactive material on the earth also produces certain radioactive rays, alpha rays, beta rays, gamma rays, etc. They are harmful for the human being. So that is the natural radioactivity. Natural chemical reactions, the biochemical reactions releasing carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, etc. into atmosphere. Can anybody, just a question, you can think and answer on your own, not to me. What are the natural chemical reactions wherein biochemical decomposition takes place, releasing the carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, methane, ethane, etc.? Again, the decomposition of the organic matter by the anaerobic bacteria. सेप्टिक कंडीशन जिसको बोलते हैं, शुरू से हम पढ़ रहे हैं कि भाई ये जो ऑर्गेनिक मैटर है कंटेनिंग सर्टन फ्रॉम द वेजिटेबल्स, वेस्ट फ्रॉम द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, ह्यूमन एक्सक्रीटा, and all the material which contains the carbon, they are called as the organic matters. If they are decomposed by the anaerobic bacteria, putresciable material is produced. Putresciable है ना, बहुत सारे वर्ड मैं बहुत स्पेसिफिकली बार बार बोलता हूं. प्यूट्रिशिएबल, जिसमें से गंदा बास निकलता है, द फाउल स्मेल इज रिलीज थ्रू दैट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द hydrogen sulfide. During that decomposition by the anaerobic bacteria, carbon dioxide is also produced. Methane is also produced. So this all occurs naturally. So therefore it is called as the natural chemical reaction. Again, it comes under the natural sources. Again, schematically, it has been shown air pollution, primary and the secondary. Primary air pollution, naturally occurring event, and the man-made activities. Naturally occurring events, smoke and dust from volcanoes, dust, small storms like that occurs in the desert, smoke from the forest fires. And also here you can add the naturally occurring radioactive emissions, or from the sun, that is the ultrasonic rays, etc. Natural occurring events, man-made activities, carbon monoxide from the vehicles, two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler vehicles, carbon monoxide is produced. So therefore, the technology of vehicle is being advanced day by day. है ना? अभी टेक्नोलॉजी बढ़ाते बढ़ाते ये कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड का परसेंटेज कम कम करते हुए जा रहा है, और उसको हम वो स्टैंडर्ड नॉर्म देते हैं, भारत 1, भारत 2, भारत 3, भारत 4, एक्सेट्रा. Collect the knowledge and write a paper on this, or you can prepare a slide show there and you can show it to me. हम एखादा लेक्चर रखते हैं उसके लिए, हर एक ने अपना अपना 5-5 स्लाइड बताना. The emission due to the vehicle, take this topic, emission due to vehicles, and the vehicle standards, and the vehicle standards, European, American and Indian. Just gather the information. Very easy and interesting. Don't take the load. So man-made activities other are the nitrous oxides from the vehicle exhaust again, sulfur dioxide from the power stations, smoke from the power stations. Okay. So I think today we will take the break here. The man-made sources we will discuss in our next lecture.